Hello friends. The other day I was told on Instagram that if I made a video about Suno or hate. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't know what you're waiting for. Before I start, I'm going to tell you what hate and Suno is. They are artificial intelligence tools. That you have the ability to create music or to generate music. So the one I've been testing personally is hate. Yes, it is true that I know it is Suno also works very well. But the characteristics it has, hate compared to Suno, I find them a bit more sophisticated. How does M work? What we are going to do is generate an audio clip which lasts 30 or 33 seconds. What we do after generating this audio clip is that we can extend it, and I will show you how. I am going to show you what tricks I use to extend it and make it look like better than you could do with a simple pro. I have to say that I am not a professional musician. I will also ask him for a professional musician. I'm going to show him these tricks and ask him to generate a song for us here for the channel. And let's also see how we can do the cloning process. Singer voices. Already existing, we have already seen that there is also much controversy with this topic because a lot of artists don't you want your voice to be used to? It is to make music with artificial intelligence. To see, in a way I understand that they do not want to sing something that they do not want to sing. Then is the copyright issue. How is all this going to be regulated? We will see about this in the future. But in my opinion, I understand the part that has that part more artistic is the artist's ego. A colleague told me that, well, they don't want that your voice or your musical style or whatever you want can be used because it is like it's unique of a person. But on the other hand, I guess there will be people who are financially interested to be able to say, hey, I have a good voice, but I don't know how to compose. I can't sing. Can I? Can I enter my voice in this type of tools for people to use, and I'll take a commission for having set my tone of voice, for example. So well, I don't want to roll up too much. Let's go with the tutorial and see you in a while. Well, we're already this way. Let's go into audio.com. And the first thing we are going to do is register. You can register with your Google account. Continue, and that's it. Okay, he's going to ask you a name. You can raise your ass, whatever you want. Okay, well, once we have the build on, to give you a little understanding of this, these are ready-made creations that we can listen to. You can download it. Here are the lyrics of the song and more from the creator himself. We now go to what interests us. We are on the audiopage.com and we are going to generate our first song. How are we going to do it? Well, what we are going to add here is the prompt, the description of the song we want to generate. So here are some tags that you are suggesting. If we don't understand very well, we don't know what we want to create. Well, we can use these tags. For example, let's do hip hop. Let's make it in Spanish. Let's say urban. And let's say about the 2000th. Here we have three options. In the subject of the lyrics, we can put to us our own lyrics. That is to write our song. We also have the option of making it instrumental. And here we have the auto generate option, which is what it's going to do to us. In auto generate, it will generate the letter itself and will also generate the instrumental that goes according to that letter. Then we, in this case, are going to test the auto generate. We are going here to create. And now he is going to create 2 audio tracks. Okay, in a matter of, I don't know how long it took exactly, but not long. It has generated 2 audio tracks. Let's listen to the first one that says Urban Giants.
In the streets, among we rhyme with the fish, they replied. We continue to reason with style and attitude. Here we are, gaining delusions of greatness. Always recommending the new constant rhyming every day, the flow.
Has made a clue with 1 verse and then did the chorus and put it by 2. And hatred automatically has understood that this is the refrain that is in 1 by 2, and then he repeated this twice.
We continue.
Go ahead. Okay, well, this will be the first one that has generated us, and
Esto va para esos años dorados, ritmos callejeros dejándonos marcados.
Vale. Suppose we liked the first one better, but we consider that it is a short time, 32 seconds for a song. So what are we gonna do? We will extend the audio track. How do you do that? Here we have the extend button. Are we going to extend 32 seconds more? So here we have the option to change the prompt. If we suddenly want them to sing in English, we are going to tell him English. And now we have two options. We can make the track generate earlier than we have created right now, or later. But we can also make it the introduction to the song, or the final part of the song. I mean, when it ends or when it starts, then what we are going to do is add it as the next clue. Okay, but without finishing the song. So let's give it English here and extend. Are we going to keep leaving it auto-generate? Okay, extend. Okay, the next part has already generated for us. And let's see if it is true that it has been generated in English. We come here. Let's see the lyrics better, because he's saying things that are a little weird. Look, this is where we've started from the black. Okay, well, not bad at all. It is true that I entered this part, and this part has invented a piece of the lyrics that were neither Spanish nor English. But it was kind of a strange transition. Let's see if the other one is done better for us.
We keep hustling, graffiti walls tell our stories. No one's muzzling in this labyrinth of dreams. We got fire away. Every rhyme, every step, making history today.
Every day a new rhyme, steady just like the grind. The beats for
Okay, I want to make and I would like to remind you of the topic of voice cloning. What I wanted to show you here was to try to generate these voices, or understand a little about how artificial intelligence does to achieve a specific voice of an artist. Okay, the other day I was on X on Twitter. I leave you my Twitter here as well. So talking to Rick VIP, he passed me a pram he spoke with, which he got Rafael's voice. It was practically the same voice as Rafael. This is the pram that Rick VIP passed me.
A mi lado el fuego, estalla el combate, en mi mente tu eco y la suerte te la...
Well, really, if we think about it, you got Rafael, but you got Rafael after several attempts. He did not get it at first. How does this work? Okay, what you are going to do, hatred, in this case, is according to the prompt you have given him. Search through a database for you to understand what are the descriptions that most resemble what you are giving him. So how are we going to get the voice of the artist we are looking for? Well, if we see what kind of things Rafael says, and we describe his voice, we will be able to get your voice maybe after several attempts, but we are going to make it. And if we don't get your specific voice, let's get his voice mixed with that of another artist. That is to say, one person's voice and another person's voice, bring it together, and you get a whole new voice, different, but based on these two shades of voice. So in the end, this is the same thing, but let's do it the other way around. Let's go looking. If, for example, you prefer hoarse voice A of a man who sings in the 90s, a rock, well, we'll be able to get the voice of Firewood and the voice of Savina, for example. So the more we describe that voice, the more we will get to separate it and get the voice we really want. How are we going to do this? Also, if we add the letter and we play parts of the lyrics of a good song, it is not necessary to put parts of the letter, but it is words that artist uses. Let's somehow force the artificial intelligence to go find us in that database, the voice of that artist. Then that's the trick we use and with which we get the voice, Rafael's voice voice. Let us now give an example so that you can understand it a little better. Okay, look, no further way. Hey, let's do this with Calamaro's voice, okay? So, to try to get to his voice, I first entered this pro. Deep voice Asian man, 1990s, talking about life, I understand, pop, rock, harmonica.
Hey, vocalist, man, rock, pop, rock, love, tango, pop rock, Agusti, rocks.
And Agusti. Okay, a program I put in here, huge, okay? But I tried this one once and it came pretty close. So what am I missing? Now, let's not tell him to self-generate music. But we are going to add our own handwriting. Okay, so I don't know what the words that Calamaro uses the most, but I'm going to look for him. I'm not going to come to Gemini and I'm going to tell him of the songs of the 90s by which words are repeated the most. Here is a list of the words that are most repeated in Calamaro's songs in the 1990s. Okay, now I'll tell you. Writes a heartbreak song with these words as if it were written by Calamaro. Love, heart, gives, total, incidentally, all the words we have selected, okay? Here we have a letter that Kamini has generated for us. And let's take this verse. And this here, okay, we add the letter here. He says to use fewer characters to make it look better. I'm going to take this away. Let's generate and see what gives us.
En las calles de la noche, solo y desconsolado.
Well, it's coming, but no. No, it doesn't quite remind me. Calamaro, let's see this one.
En las calles de la noche, solo y desconsolado.
Yes, it's getting a little closer. But maybe the lyrics need to add a touch. You need to put a bombonera in there, or I don't know, something that appears in some letter of him really to be a little more, you know. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to tell him in the streets at night. Only in the bombonera I will put here. I have a rocket in my pants. Life without you is like love. To see how it goes.
En las calles de la noche, solo en la bombonera, busco tu recuerdo entre la gente amontonada. Tengo un cohete en el pantalón y la vida sin ti es como el amor.
Okay, look, I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to listen to the second one because this one is already what we were looking for. So right now, if we wanted to pick up this song and make it longer, because right now it lasts only 30 seconds, we would only have, that is, we already have the voice. We would only have to extend it and thus give it forward back and tell him to finish the song, to add it before, but already maintains that voice, which is what we were looking for. And we can only add the letter we want. We can tell him to say whatever he wants, okay? So, well, that's the trick, huh, that I use to be able to catch the voices of the singers and break down a little bit of everything to a certain extent to find a specific voice. I don't know what you think. I forgot to ask you to subscribe to the channel because there are many of you watch the videos but do not subscribe. So please, if you are watching this, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Leave me a like and subscribe. Well, I hope you liked this little tutorial. I want to send a greeting to all of you who have made this video possible. Greetings to all and see you here soon. Bye friends.
En el pantalón y la vida sin ti es como el amor.